I try to avoid the water. If it's not a swimming pool, I try to avoid it because, as an Irish person with not much knowledge of the States, all I think about are crocodiles and alligators in Florida.
So, it's funny you say that because of alligators and like they're just kind of in most ponds. Like if you go up north and people are like, oh, let's go swimming in the pond, like any Floridian will look at you and be like, no, 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 I ain't going in that pond. Because like there's pretty much a gator in every single pond, and it's just such an occurrence. Like it's such a normal thing. I remember I went to a wedding in Pennsylvania, and our cab driver or our Uber driver on the way back to the airport had the understanding, and the guy's from Kenya, granted, but the guy had the understanding that everybody in Florida like walks their pet alligator like a dog.
I like to imagine you guys out with your pet alligators.
No, I don't.
Krista strikes me as the sort of person would have a pet alligator.
Yeah, I can see Krista as having a pet alligator, and it feeds on all of her enemies, and she uses it to command her minions.
And she'd call him Mr. Chewy or something.
Mr. Chewy. So that's a big thing. Like gators are so like you go to like a theme park and they have like gators there, and you can tell who's not a Floridian because all the non-Floridians will go and watch the gator show, when all the real Floridians are like, I can see that for free in my backyard, sort of a thing. So
yeah,
plenty of gators in Florida.
Yeah, it was when I learned that crocodiles were now a thing as well that I was really terrified. I was like, oh wow, it's like crocodiles too. And like, yeah, sometimes the crocodiles eat the alligators. I was like, oh,
yeah,
God.
So like they're similar, obviously, but they are different. And I don't really know the like.
I know crocodiles
have longer
bigger.
snouts.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that, and they have longer snouts than alligators. Well, alligators have like a very short, rounded snout.
I thought alligators had the like longer, thinner snout, and crocodiles had the wider, fatter head.
No,
Is that not how you tell them apart?
The other way around. The other way around. Crocs have alligators usually have this like rounded front end, and crocodiles have like the long-ended snout. So
either way,
I mean, they're
both
very
terrifying.
similar. So yeah, they're very both terrifying. And like the thing that everybody learns in Florida is like, and I told Ian this, is like, you don't run straight, you like zigzag, which doesn't do anything anyway, because when how a gator attacks or a croc is they like lunge at you once, and if they can't get you on the first lunge, they won't keep trying for the most part. Maybe if you're in the water, they'll keep trying, but on land, they really won't. So, like, they're not as terrifying and scary. You just don't feed them. Like, if you feed them, that's how their pets get eaten. They, like, feed the alligators, and the alligators get closer to humans, and then they eat some poor kid's dog. It's happened in my neighborhood. It's happened at Disney. So yeah, that's why you don't feed the gators or the birds. That's the other thing. Don't ever feed seagulls in Florida.
I am currently looking at the differences between crocodiles and alligators. The two big ones it lists here are V-shaped snout for crocodile, U-shaped snout for alligator.
Okay, that's it.
And crocodile's lower teeth are visible, whereas an alligator's lower teeth are hidden. So there's your difference today, kids. That's your informative hour. But I will be seeing neither of them outside of a zoo.
No, you'll see them. I guarantee you will see one of them whatever you're doing. You'll be at Disney and you'll see like it sunbathing by a pond or something like that. So like it's just so common.
I Would Have Been Your Podcast, only on Patreon.